The coastal city of Ventura, located between Los Angeles and Santa Barbara, is a beautiful area full of history that's also a jumping off point to Channel Islands National Park. The city is located right on Pacific Coast Highway and has a fun downtown, great restaurants, and a beautiful beach. I've spent a lot of time there over the years, and here are 12 spots you should explore on a visit to Ventura. First up is the Ventura Pier. The Ventura Pier is one of the oldest and largest wooden piers in California. It's over 1,600 feet long and it provides amazing coastal views as you walk out to the end. With over 100 years of use, the pier has been damaged and rebuilt many times over the years and is now a pedestrian and fishing pier. It's a great place for a walk and it has a good taco shack and brewery at the base. Next up is San Buenaventura State Beach. Of course, the beach is the main attraction in Ventura, and San Buenaventura State Beach is probably the most visited. This beach takes up most of the sand on the south side of the pier and has small rock jetties and sand dunes that sit along the water. The beach has lots of parking, a bike trail, and a great oyster spot called the Jolly Oyster. Check the hours before you go, as it's only open a few days a week, but it's a great spot to eat or try oysters and other seafood in Ventura. You can easily spend a day at this beach and have a great time. My next stop is downtown Ventura. Downtown Ventura is a fun area to walk around with restaurants, breweries, thrift shops, and coffee shops. The street has been closed to cars and walking only for the last year, and that makes for a very enjoyable stroll with the whole family. Be sure to see the historic Ventura City Hall, built in 1912, which is only a few blocks away from downtown while you're there. My next stop is San Buenaventura Mission. On the western end of the downtown area is the historic San Buenaventura Mission. This mission is one of the 21 Spanish California missions dating back to the late 1700s. The mission costs to enter and it has a small museum and a beautifully manicured courtyard. You can also visit the chapel while you're there as well, and even though it's small, it's still a great place to explore. My next recommendation is the Ventura Botanical Gardens. The Ventura Botanical Gardens have over 8,000 different species of plants all along the 40-acre property. The garden is much different than traditional botanical gardens, with tiered areas that you have to walk up to and that hold all the different types of plants. It's about 2 miles to walk the entire gardens, and it's a beautiful walk with stunning coastal views and lots of unique plants. Plus, you can see different things in bloom at different times of the year, giving you many reasons to go back. My next recommendation is Grant Park and the Sarah Cross. Grant Park is a beautiful area on the hills overlooking Ventura that's a popular spot for sunset. There are many turnouts along the drive up that provide great vantage points of the coastline, but the most popular is probably the Sarah Cross near the top. A cross has supposedly been at this spot since 1772, and it's a California historic landmark. I recommend visiting for sunset as it's hard to beat the views from this location, especially at that time of day. My next recommendation is Marina Park. Marina Park is a beautiful public park right along the Ventura Harbor. This park has the South Jetty Marina Walk, which takes you out to the base of the rock jetty and has fantastic views of the coastline and the harbor itself. Here you can watch the waves crash or boats go by as they leave the harbor. The park also has a large replica of an antique ship right in the sand. I've never seen anything like this on a California beach, and I'm sure it'd be fun for those traveling with a family to explore. Next up is the Ojai to Ventura bike path. While this recommendation probably won't be for everyone, if you're into biking, then there's a great bike path that goes from Ojai all the way to Ventura. It's about 14 miles each way, and it's mostly flat and downhill if you leave from Ojai and head to Ventura. I did it a few weeks back and made a full video on the trail that you can see in the description, and it's a beautiful ride with lots of trees and nice views that I really enjoyed. If you're into biking, then you definitely have to do this one. Before talking about food, I also wanted to mention the Channel Islands. The Channel Islands are a national park off the coast of California that are a true adventure to visit. You need at least a day to visit any of them, and they require a 1 to 3 hour boat ride, depending on which island you go to. Along the way, you'll often see dolphin and even whales. Then when you get to the island, you can explore until the boat comes back to pick you up. I've been to a few of them and it's an amazing area in California. If you don't have time to visit one of the islands, you can go to the Visitor Center, which is in the Ventura Harbor, and it's a fun spot to visit as well. Alright, these last two spots are restaurants that I love in Ventura. First up is Pete's Breakfast House. Pete's Breakfast House is a local diner that serves up some killer breakfast food. It was featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives for its pancake roll with homemade granola. That's what I always get there as well, as it's a hearty breakfast that has a large pancake roll filled with yogurt and fresh fruit. It sounds kinda weird, but it's truly awesome. There are also a ton of other great items on the menu as well, but get here early on the weekends as it gets busy. My last recommendation is Spencer McKenzies. Spencer McKenzies has been a road trip go-to for me in Ventura for years. This small shop on the corner of Thompson Boulevard is known for their fish tacos and their burritos. Their fish and shrimp burrito was even put in the top 20 burritos in America on a recent list. I just love the relaxed beach vibe at the restaurant, and it's hard for me to pass it up when I'm in Ventura. So there you have it for my favorite spots in Ventura. What did I leave off? Let me know in the comments and we'll see you on the next video.